You won't speak as part of the transmental posse or at one of these graduations if you don't have at least 4 years in the industry. It's just not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You know, we can't do anything to compromise the integrity of our program. You know, I see television cameras around here right now. You know what I'm saying? So if they're gonna be highlighting, you know, some of our graduates, you know, I don't wanna look up and, you know, something happens, you know, that damages the integrity of this program. You know, this young man, again, was in that class. We started in, I believe, February of 2018. He worked 12-hour shifts, you know, in a warehouse, you know, while doing class. There were no stipends then. You know, there were no stipends, you know. He was there every single day, never missed a day, you know. If you see him, I know he's smiling somewhere, because he has a smile, you know what I'm saying? Very, very quiet. But I'm gonna tell you the truth. I know for a fact. He told me later, you know, he had one intention and one intention only. That was to be number one in that class and to kick all of their asses. That's what he told me. Okay? And that's exactly what he did. That's exactly what he did. First one to get a job. You know, we have the contractors breakfast. We had every year. We had our breakfast last week. You know what I'm saying? He did so well in the class. You know, there's we had 12 contractors come in here and interview them 10-minute mini interviews. He did so well. He got scooped up by a contractor before the breakfast, so he spent his time serving water for me. Okay, he's done very well in his career. You know, which spans about, like I said, almost 5 years now. You know, he went back to school, got his associate's degree in project engineering. Project management, project engineering, yeah. And it's taken off. You know, he told me, I remember at that breakfast, you know, he told me, he said, I'm gonna be a good speaker. You know, and this is the first time he had the opportunity to do that at graduation. And what I want to say, he earned it. You know, nothing was given to him, he earned it. He earned that opportunity because he's been example of consistency. You know, true example of consistency. You know, so you folks at the DOT know we don't believe in one-hit, two-hit wonders around here. You know, we can get jobs, I told you that. We're looking at careers. And this man has a career. I'm having to speak to you, Justin, you know, let him know what life is like, you know, coming through here, you know, what life's like now, you know, okay? Justin Jordan. You got it?
Alright, thank you everybody for coming. Bear with me a little bit, like Bernard said, I'm very soft-spoken. This is actually the first speech I've given in probably 20 years. Alright, good morning everyone. I'm just happy to see everyone here. By being here, that means you guys took the next big step to change your life for the better. 5 years ago, I was in your shoes. Very seats. Didn't really know where I was going, wondering what my future holds for me. But I soon came to realize it's all up to me. How far do I want to go? How far do I want to grow? We all have a story to tell. No matter how good or bad that story may be, only we can determine the outcome of that story. We hold the pen and the paper. Whether it's poverty, incarceration, overcoming some sort of addiction, depression, anxiety, we've all been there. Oh, sorry. I'm honored to be one of the first to say congratulations on the next step of your journey. Bernard's lessons, as crazy as they can seem, I know y'all know that. They work. There's a method to his madness. That's all you gotta do is listen to him. Do what he says. He's got all the blueprints laid out for you. You just gotta put in the work. These lessons aren't just for work. These are valuable life lessons that are to take you far places you are willing to push yourself and grow. You now hold the pen to start the next chapter in your story. You hold in your hand the possibility to be anything you want to be. Any trade. The trades are such a wide, there's so many trades you can get into. I've actually been in both the laborers and carpenters union before I moved up to where I'm at today. Make sure you do your research, figure out what you want to do. Don't look at the dollar sign. If you just look at the dollar sign, you're not going to be happy with yourself. You go to work, I don't like this, I don't like this. Do what you love. There's plenty of trades out there where you're going to find what you love. Now the real work begins. It all starts with a positive mindset. You have to always stay positive. Don't beat yourself down. You might get down for a second, but you gotta bring yourself right back up. You have to be your number one fan. Remind yourself as many times as it takes. I can do anything that I want to. And just repeat it over, over, over until you have it instilled in your head that I can do this. 5 years ago, I didn't own a hammer. I'm now a assistant project manager for one of the top pulp and paper construction contractors in the state. Actually, in the country, I've been traveling the country with this job, and it's a great thing. It's a great feeling. You have made it through all your struggles so far, so never be afraid to acknowledge where you came from. It's what makes you you. However, even the strongest people, as was touched on before, need some help along the way. Build yourself a very strong network. Don't ever miss the opportunity to go up and shake someone's hand and meet them, get their contact information. You never know when it's going to come in handy. Networking is one of the biggest keys to growing in this industry. I've learned that. Whoever came up with the phrase, "It ain't about who you know," they probably didn't know the right people. Meeting the right people is one of the number one ways to build your network. I've met some great people along the way, and as you can tell, I'm very soft-spoken and not the type to go get up and shake someone's hand, but I've overcome that. You have to. And once you build that network, remember to stay in touch with them. Don't just call them, reach out when you need help, or if things ain't going right at your job. Just send out an email, send out a text every now and then, say hi. How you doing? Just keep that relationship strong. Keep the relationship strong, they're gonna do anything for you. Small gestures like this will go a long way. Very long way. I've learned that. Prioritize your contacts and always keep that healthy relationship. Also, make sure to build a diverse network. The industry is always changing, and you might too. Don't miss out on shaking labor representative's hand and meet him because you think you want to be a carpenter or pipe fitter or whatever. It's a good contact to have right there. Along with your professional network, make sure you keep your strong personal network. I see this outcome right here is way bigger than what my graduation was. But I see everybody's got family, friends, loved ones, aunties, uncles. They're here for you. Use them. People you can call and talk to when you're feeling frustrated, down on yourself, don't think you can do it. They're gonna remind you right away. You can do it. Just gotta put in the work, keep that positive mindset, and keep pushing forward. Even if it means rebuilding relationships with family or past friends that you don't really talk to anymore, but you know they're positive in your life, rebuild them relationships. I actually, I learned that as well along my way. I hadn't spoken to my father in 20 years. No, very close to him. Talk all the time. It just makes you feel so much better inside. In the end, no matter how strong your network is, it's all going to depend on you. How far do you want to go? Or how far do you want to grow? Graduating this class, as amazing of a feat as it is, you all need to pat yourself on the back for it. It's only the beginning. And it will not guarantee you a successful career in the industry, as Bernard pointed out. You got to put in the work. You have to be ready for the long days, get your hands dirty. I remember walking around in mud up to my knees. I had mud boots on, but they went right over the top. Trudging through that for 13-hour days down in Foxconn in Milwaukee. Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. This is my first time speaking. Bernard asked me, I didn't even hesitate. As soon as I got done with the conversation, I was like, oh man, what did I put myself into? It's not me, I don't public speak, but here I am. I'll do anything for that man. Don't be afraid to step, oh, I just did that, sorry. Right after graduation, I was walking foot-wide beams, building bridges. Before that, I thought I was afraid of heights and I wouldn't do anything like that. If you don't push yourself forward, you'll always be stuck in that same spot, watching all your peers go past you. If you don't know how to do something, that's one of the biggest things. If you don't know how to do something, or you're unsure, don't be afraid to ask. Everybody on that field, even though they talk big, everybody was a rookie. Everybody had their first day on the construction site.
That's
and
right.
you will earn a lot more respect asking questions than you will having to go back and say, oh, I cut this wrong, I did this wrong. Just don't be afraid to ask. That's how to grow. It's all part of the learning process. You are investing in yourself as you learn. And learning to invest in yourself is very important. Not just for work, but for everyday life. Always push yourself. Part of that learning process is feeling adversity and how you handle it. Are you gonna run from it? No, we're transgrads. We overcome, we adapt, and we find a way. I know y'all heard that before. In closing, I just want everyone to think about all the people in your life. Everyone. Your parents, your friends, aunts, uncles, cousins, brothers, sisters. They're all proud of you right now. Be proud of yourself. This is the beginning of the next chapter of your story. Make it a good one.